Thanks a lot for staying with us here on Prime On and just gone by our fellow Ghanaians News on News Flash returns again tomorrow here on the show. Make sure you join us and send your thoughts to us. Our WhatsApp line is active. We're streaming live on Facebook and we're just about getting into the conversation here on News Flash. It was proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, Still Phones, Papa Pathi, and also Koa Natural Fruit Juice. Tell you more about it, but you can walk into any of our branches when it comes to Franco Trading Enterprise. We're talking about quality. Your phones, your television set, your microwave, your blenders, your CCTV cameras, you can purchase all of them from Franco Trading Enterprise. And make sure you also go and enjoy the discounts that we're giving to loads and loads of people out there. All you have to do is to download our app. It's Franco Trading app on Google Play Store, or you can also do well and visit our website. It's www.francotrading.com and you're good to go. Franco Trading Enterprise says Still Phones, Papa Pavi, and let us all discover the authentic taste of the Ghana that gives you so much, when it comes to making sure that you quench your thirst. And we're looking at Koa Natural Fruit Juice as what you need as you go about your daily activities today. Please do well and enjoy it. It's made for you, your friends, your loved ones out there. Any one that you purchase is actually going into making the Ghanaian cocoa farmer believe in themselves and what they produce for us as a people. And so do well and grab yours. It's proudly Ghanaian. We love it, and we want to quench our thirst always with what we know as Koa Natural Fruit Juice. Koa Natural Fruit Juice says, do right, sip by sip. This morning we'll be looking at the front pages of the newspapers, and then we'll look at the major conversation for the past 2 weeks. It's all about changing the name of the very place that actually serves as a gateway to this country, and Kotoka International Airport has come, and a lot of criticisms, and it's most likely going to have a name change. Now, the majority have actually gone to Parliament, and they're looking forward to passing that bill. When it happens, we're definitely going to see a name change at the Kotoka International Airport. Some people believe that, well, it's a misplaced parity. Others also believe that is the right way to go. Don't forget that this all started with Stephen Inshira Odatefiu, who is an advocate for this. He put the press conference together and said so many things about the reason why we need to change the name Kotoka to something else. He didn't say we should do Accra or Kwame Nkrumah or whatever, but he believes that the name Kotoka does not deserve to be the name that we will give to a place as important as the airport. Some people say, no, I mean, at the end of the day, we've known this for a long time. Why don't we just let it be? Others also insist that it must be changed. We'll be looking at that conversation here on the show, and then we'll also touch on inflation, which continues to drop. We'll find out reasons why. I've seen that Honorable Felix has also posted something he has shared on his Facebook. I'll be reading that to you as well here on the show. But before we get into all of that, you can send your messages ahead of time. I'll be reading them. Our WhatsApp line is active for you, so you can do so. We are also streaming on Facebook, so if you're moving from the house and you won't be able to watch on television, you can actually go on Facebook, type Joy Prime TV, and you find us over there. You can continue to enjoy the conversation there as well. But let's get into the front page of the newspapers that we have here. I'll start off with Daily Graphic, and on the front page of Daily Graphic it says, World Government Summit in Dubai, Mahama calls for inclusive global alliances and Africa key to new world order. That's captured on the front page of the Daily Graphic. And also, Finance Minister inspects first gold at Gold Coast refinery. That's on the front page of Daily Graphic. 800-acre Galamsey site reclaimed in Ashanti. And also, Thank You Patriot is captured on the front page by Dr. Brian Echampong, who came third at the just ended primaries of the NPP. There's more to come, but Omi actually topped, and he is officially now the flag bearer of the new patriotic party moving into elections 2028. And away from the Daily Graphic, the Chronicle newspaper is here, and it says, mopping up the jungles, criminals open fire. Police respond. That's on the front page of the Chronicle. Fight against Galamsey. Government reclaims 800 acres of mined areas at Manso and Yankumase. That's also on the front page of the Chronicle. Away from that, the overseer is here, and it says that Finance Minister praises Gold Coast Refinery over Gold Board partnership. 169 NDC MPs back Haja Amina Adam for Ayawaso East MP seat. And Africa must unite to unlock continental prosperity, Professor Opoku Agyeman. Now to Shiado calls for unity. Congratulations going out to Dr. Baumia on his victory as well. And that's captured on the front page of the Overseer. ISD educates public on Ghana amnesty in Ashanti region and South Tongo. NDC bans early declarations for 2028 parliamentary primaries. That's also on the front page of the Overseer this morning. Let's go to the Ghanaian publisher, and MPs approve report to expand legal education. And the big news over here, Ashanti gains 800-acre reclaimed land, and P3 has got a story on that. You can read about it. And also, Kotoka renaming faces voter backlash. We'll talk about that also here on the show as well. To force and Samij and Fish Storm Gold Coast Refinery. That's the Ghanaian publisher for this morning. Away from that, the Daily Banner and is also reporting on some issues. Of course, the Galamsey issue is there. 800 acres of Galamsey degraded land reclaimed at Yankumase as Mohamed's Galamsey fight gets results. And Akufo-Addo backs Dr. Baumia to lead NPP back to power. And Kotoka International Airport rename an indictment on NDC says the minority leader Senyo Amekplenu. And MIF's audit crisis signed report sparks Jubilee House intervention. External auditor terminated. The Daily Banner reporting on visa stories. Then the very last one for me will be the Insight newspaper, which reporting on the issue of Akim Asafo, SHS suffering, school heads, old students appeal for government support, and Gold Board begins local refining of artisanal small-scale mining gold. And cancer MPs call for collective action against the disease burden in Ghana. And Dr. Amin Adam speaks on reform, continuity, and future of the NPP. What if the NDC presents the candidate to face NPP in its own stronghold? A big question mark over there as well. And Mega Herbal Bitter Street Mark dispute the Accra High Court. Joint ruling on transfer motion. That's also captured by the Inside. Africa must unite to unlock continental prosperity. Professor Opoku Agyeman, the Vice President, also speaking on that issue as well. And that's all for this morning's newspapers here on News Flash. And we're going to get into the big story. Don't forget, it's proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still Funk's Papa Pathia, Koa Natural Fruit Juice are also supporting us as well. The very best on the market right now. If you want to quench your thirst, make sure it's all Koa Natural Fruit Juice. Now, love doesn't even always follow a straight line, does it? Some relationships break, crash, fall apart, and somehow still find their way home. And this Valentine's, the Joy Prime is inviting you to share true stories of love that survived separation, breakups, divorce, long silence, distance, betrayal, or simply life getting in the way, and how, against all odds, you found your way back to each other. No fairy tales, real love, real scars, real comebacks. Send your story via WhatsApp. The number is 055-575-7757 with the hashtag Joy Comeback Story. And the most intriguing stories will definitely be rewarded with amazing Valentine's gifts, including weekend stays, romantic dinners for two, hampers, and home appliances, gift cards. We're also giving some spa dates, among others. So please do well and be part of this. The Joy Comeback Love Story promotion is brought to you by the kindest courtesy Kompu Ghana Limited, and also Love Power Deals, a gift beyond Valentine. And they say that they are the ones that are actually going to power us to ensure that we make that love story a beautiful one. And so do send us on our WhatsApp line, and we're definitely going to be looking at them. We've seen many of them come through already. Some are very exciting, to read and all that, but we still continue to accept yours as well. So do well and send them to us. And I think that this is one thing that will be telling us love stories of many people and what they've been through, what the shake-ups and all of that, and the making up, 1,000 breaks-ups and 1,000 make-ups and all. I want to see and read all of them, so keep sending them to us. This morning I've been joined in studio by my brother Senyo Amekplenu, who is a member of the NPP communications team here with me, and he's Baumia. Yeah. How are you doing, Senyo? How is it going?
I'm good. KMJ, how are you doing too?
Charlie, I couldn't be better, man. Yeah.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
I like your outfit. Yeah. I think that this morning, let me say a very good morning to your cherished viewers. A special good morning to the leader of our party, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Baumia. A special good morning to you, and a special good morning to the leadership of our party as well. And also a special good morning to the good people of the Volta region as well. And to my very good friend, Elom. Elom is a CEO of Pimpam. Yeah, a special good morning to Elom also this morning. So I think that it's a fresh morning, coupled with a lot of challenges, coupled with a lot of difficulties, yet we are being told that, inflation rate is down, dollar is down. As for now, the national anthem that we all have to be singing these days is that everything is down. When you talk about inflation, it's down. Every issue you raise, you'll be told that inflation rate is down. Aren't you seeing it? Fuel prices are down. Aren't you seeing it? The dollar is down. Aren't you seeing it? So I think that it's good. It's good that all these things are down. But we cannot run away from the fact that the numbers cannot compete with the reality on the ground. So those are challenges that we are confronted with. But I believe that we'll get into those issues.
Yes,
and then
we'll get into it. And like I said, the presidential spokesperson has also posted something that I'll draw our attention to, and then we'll see how we can look at that also as well. But also in the studio with me is Amantana Bashiru. He's also joining us here on the show. He's a member of the NDC communications team. Bashiru, good morning. How hope you good?
Amantana Bashiru.
Amantana
Bashiru.
Oh, I'm sorry. Amantana.
It's Amantana.
Amantana Bashiru.
Most people mention it Amantana.
Amantana.
Yeah.
It has a meaning? I should think so.
It has a historical meaning.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that maybe I cannot start this morning.
I know, right? Anyway, I'm grateful you were able to join us this morning. I hope you're good, though.
I'm good, as you can see. The living conditions of the people of Ghana being good, then I have to also be good.
Absolutely.
I've seen you, and I've seen you several times on sets. Today I've seen you physically. You look very good as compared to seeing you on set.
Oh, I get that a lot. Yes, I get that a lot.
So, my greatest regard to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, the 5th most powerful president among 50 presidents in the whole world. That is a great achievement Ghana has never had. I don't remember Ghana having a president that is most powerful, 5th most powerful president in the whole world. It has never happened in this country. If it has happened, I stand to be corrected on that. But to the best of my knowledge, I know he's a 5th most powerful president in the whole world. And that is an achievement that we have to be proud of. I am aware, and you are also aware, that the living conditions of Ghanaians now is far, far better than what we used to see under the 8 years of President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Baumia. All this contributed to the low inflation rate we are having to see now. In fact, when you go to the market today, you find the price of rice being down. When you go to the market, you find the price of oil being down, and several other commodities being down. Even the bag of maize that used to be sold about 1,600, 1,300 Ghana cedis, 1,200 Ghana cedis, down north, or should I say up north, now is being sold about 400 Ghana cedis and 500 Ghana cedis. That tells you that the living conditions of the people are far way better. Somebody asked me that they said transport transport fares are down, yet we don't have cars to enter. And I tell the person, it's because people now have the capacity to go in and out, to route. They have the capacity, they have the money now to be able to go and pick a trotro. Initially, you have to trek. If you are going to Accra, you have to trek to Techi. If you are from Nongwa, going to Accra, you have to trek to Techi before you pick a car from there to Accra. But today, as we speak, cars are being a shortage, not just because of any intervention of government, but just because people now have the capacity to be able to border cars, or let me say trotro, to their workplaces. That is a great achievement. At least we used to see, we used to have days when people did not even have the money to even pick trotro to their work areas. We are getting to see difference in this country now. And that is what I think that my brothers, whenever they talk, I just want to hear them say that President Mama has done well. They conclude by saying that the President has done well. But the reality is what they do not want to speak to the fact. They don't want to speak to the fact. And that is where I say that is always so dishonest about them. That when the truth is there, you mention it as it is. Do not run around the truth, because we are all in the same country. The purpose of being in this country is to make sure that our living conditions are being low. Our living conditions stand at a limit where we can all benefit from the governance of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or a particular government. That is what we are getting to see today. Myself and you being comfortable, fuel prices being down, dollar prices being down, and this means a lot. The person in the Bosokai, a person doing his trading, or a person that buys items at abroad and other places. We are getting to see them. So many reforms. For several years, we haven't seen a Ghanaian company, or we haven't seen a domestic company refining good. We are now getting to see all those things happening in this country. It's a great achievement that we just need to commend ourselves for being collectively. And sometimes I don't want to say only NDC. As Ghanaians, we need to be proud of this thing. And knowing that this is going to bring a lot of achievement, this is going to bring a lot of resources, this is going to bring a lot of funds to our Ghanaian coffers, we have to be proud and we just have to be happy. Other than criticizing, saying what is unfounded, nothing, at least we are getting to see proper governance. Governance with respect, governance with dignity, governance that myself and you can say that we are being served by a humble leader. Not a leader that will go and sit in Kumasi and say, not a leader that will go and sit somewhere and say that I'm MP, and so because of that, you are not going to get any development. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is saying that in as much as Ashanti region or any Eastern region did not vote for him, does not mean that they are not part of Ghana. The national cake has to be shared, and it has to get to every destination that we are able to extend or reach to. That is our major aim. That is what we want to see Ghana. That's the lane in which we want to see Ghana moving towards. Not a governance of separation, you are this person is this. No. Once you are a Ghanaian, you are fine around the territorial borders of Ghana, you deserve a better treatment. You deserve, once you pay your tax to the Ghanaians' coffers, you deserve that better treatment. Okay.
Very well. We'll be delving into wealth, and I'm also asking our viewers out there some of the things that have been mentioned in terms of commodities and how much they are costing on the market right now. You can also do well and send your messages to us. What's your experience on the market if you go to the market to go and buy? What's the experience? Is it different from what you're seeing in terms of inflation? You can also send them to WhatsApp and on Facebook as well. We've also been joined in studio by Moses Ambeng. He's the chairman for CPP party.
Go chairman, please.
Oh, please.
I am the reorganization committee chairman.
The reorganization committee chairman. Okay, forgive me. The reorganization committee chairman. But that's also a big portfolio.
Well, no, not bad.
If the party stands, it depends on you.
Oh, sure.
If it doesn't, it depends on you.
Here to people say the CBP is party for the old men and women.
So now we're drawing everybody in.
Young men and women in the CPP now. As you can see, I think I'm the youngest. I used to be the youngest national organizer. Now the youngest reorganization chairman in the country. So you could see that the CPP is not the party for the old folks. it's for the youth of this country. And come with me, the CPP will surely rise again.
I want to believe that your job has been very...
It has not been easy. After election 2024, we needed to go around to ascertain the issues. Why has the CPP not been performing in the last 3 elections or even in the Fourth Republic? Since 2000 elections, we've not been performing so well. We needed to ascertain the facts across the country and find ways which we can, circumvent some of the daunting issues that we are facing, especially when it comes to over monetization in our politics. That has been our bane, because unfortunately, the two parties, NDC and PP, have monetized politics so much that it makes it very difficult for us to compete. But we think that, no, this space should be a space for ideas and competition, not on who has a bigger arm to spend. So going forward, we hope the reorientation of the Ghanaian in the public, the Ghanaian public, will be done so where people will understand that, look, politics is not about what I get today, it's about ideas. Who has a superior idea? The person who has superior ideas and vision should be the one be giving the nod to rule. So this has been some of the serious challenges we're facing across the country. Yeah. But we are resolute. And we know, come what me, the CPP will have to be the only positive alternative to the duopoly.
And on that note, I say a very good morning to my very good, counsel. Let me put it that way. And lawyer Kwame Janto, a very good morning to you.
Senior Comrade, I salute you, Senior Comrade.
Yes, very good morning to you. We still want to see you become the president anyway. So CPP must ensure that they put you in that position. He doesn't want to hear that at all. Lawyer doesn't want to hear that at all. Let me just be where I am. Anyway, sure. So I think we've already said a few things about the inflation, and so maybe we'll start from there, and then we'll have the next conversation being the Kotoka International Airport renaming. And so Felix Kwachu Ofusu posted this on his Facebook page, and he says, on the back of the 3.8% inflation rate recorded for January 2026, it appears placing on record that the NDC has the best economic record under the Fourth Republic as follows: highest growth rate of 14.4% in 2011, lowest inflation rate of 2.9% in April 1999, longest sustained single-digit inflation of 33 months from 2010 to 2012, highest annual cedi appreciation of 40.7% against the dollar in 2025, largest reserves of $13.8 billion as of end of 2025, highest import cover of 5.7 months as of end of 2025, among others. And it goes on and says there are those who make hubris-laden claims of preternatural economic management ability, but delivered the most disastrous outcomes in decades. Always check the records. I'm going to come to you, Senyo, but let me since you also passed a few comments on the inflation conversation, but I'm going to come back to you to address it properly, because we are not gotten into that conversation yet. But let me start off with you, Ahmed. What do you make of it? A lot of people believe that there's so many changes that we've seen in terms of even inflation, which keeps on dropping. I mean, if you judging from what Felix actually put out there, these are the facts, by the way. But on the market, is it reflecting? Are the people seeing it? Is the CPP happy about the way inflation keeps dropping and what impact it makes?
When you look at the microeconomic indicators since last year, you could see that we are doing better. At least inflation is down. Cost of even borrowing has reduced. So they are taking all the right bosses. But as we said, rightly so, when you go to the market, does it directly reflect? Economists have there something they say, prices are sticky downwards. What it means is that when there is a drop in inflation and prices have to drop, prices find it difficult to drop. That is why it's called sticky downwardsness, because when it's dropping, it is very difficult for it to drop. But when it is rising, it rises so quick. So imagine if inflation hit out to over 50% it was, prices were just going up. But when it's coming down, you see the rate at which the prices of goods and services are coming down is very steadily. It's not coming down or dropping sharply.
And that's always been a challenge.
Precisely. But there's a solution to that. Hitherto in Ghana, we had what we call price control mechanism. Now we've lost it and left it to the invisible hands of demand and supply. Initially, in Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana, there's price control mechanism where we know that a tin of milk is 1 Ghana cedis, and everywhere so shall it be. It can never be different elsewhere. So the prices were stable and were the same everywhere you go. But in this Fourth Republic, we've lost that kind of control. And it will be very difficult because we have introduced since 92 this thing of the free market. free economic markets where the forces of demand and supply will play out, then will determine the price of services. So as it stands now, we have to go back to the books and see how best the common commodities, we can have a stable prices for them and ensure it comes in legislation. Because if not so, you go to East Legon, the price of milk is different. You come to Tesano, it's different. You go to Alajo, it's different. And that is a problem. And some market women too, because of the profits that they will make. Look, a bag of meat we all know has reduced drastically. But the ball of change still stands at 5 cedis.
Which should have been a direct reflection of what is happening.
What we are saying is that even if you not reduce, if you not even reduce the price, increase the size of the ball. But the size is still the same. So you imagine, then you ask yourself, these market women or these KK sellers, they are really benefiting. Because if you know a bag of maize was 800 or 1,000 Ghana cedis, and now you are buying it half the price, and you still want to maintain the same size and the same price, that is unfair. So for market women and for any businessman, they will want to maximize profit. It is for the state or for government to put in mechanism to check that. If not so, as an entrepreneur or as a business person, my goal, my ultimate goal is to maximize profit. And I'll continue doing so. So there will be a legislation or a policy to check that. If not...
that is what the CP would have done if they were in power.
Because in the Kwame Nkrumah's budget, after reading budget, there's a long list of items and their prices. And you know that these are the prices of the goods and services. And nobody dares go outside that range. But unfortunately for us now, as I said, after 92, we went to IMF several times. The system, they've given us a free flow market economy, which we are stuck in. And we are forced to go by what they call the invisible hands of demand and supply. So it's an unfortunate situation. But I believe that sitting around the table as a country, we should put all our economic gurus together and plan. Because one thing I realize in this country is that we don't plan. And failing to plan is planning to fail. And that is why Ghana has not worked for a very long time. So let's start planning and say that, look, we've been seeing drop in inflation over the years. But when there's a drop in inflation, it does not reflect in the pockets or in the changes of goods and services on the market. So how do we circumvent this? And this discussion, we should have it because since the Fourth Republic in 1992, we've been experiencing this. There are times we benefited, the inflation has been very low, but we don't see the direct benefit. But when inflation goes up, then you feel the pinch directly. Then you see prices rising very high. But why is it that when the reverse is true, prices don't come down? We need to check this. And the only way to do is what we call price control or price control mechanism. And I believe it's a thing that we can all have a discussion about. And the central bank and the economics forum within the country, we can discuss and push this agenda.
Okay, very well, thank you. Let me go to Senyo. Senyo, the Felix Kwachi put some facts. And the bigger part of that is the fact that he believes that this is a record that no government has ever been able to achieve.
Well, thank you very much. Let me state that Felix Kwachi, he will forever remain a propaganda minister because he failed to put out the true aspect of what we know in terms of history.
Which part that
he failed to admit the fact that the NDC has ever produced the worst inflation rate before in 1995. Your people can check that. In 1995, what was the rate of inflation? It was 70.82%. You see why you sit because you have 78 million Ghana cedis and you're unable to bring out the reality. You will be exposed. It would have been appropriate if he has, espoused that outside for us to know that indeed, they as a party, they have actually, sat down for such symbolic inflation rate to, stay in this country before. But however, they've come and they are reducing it, and we appreciate that. But one thing is very sacrosanct. That is what? When macroeconomic indicators are good on paper, the reality is the cost of living. When macroeconomic indicators are good on paper, the reality is the cost of living. And on that note, let me use first Exhibit 1. This is Adakwa. About this in Angloga Station. As of 2024, this one, it used to be 5 Ghana cedis. Today, it
It is 10 Ghana cedis. I bought this just last Saturday. This used to be 10 Ghana cedis. Today, as a Saturday when I bought it, it is now 20 Ghana cedis. Angloga Station. And I'm saying this, Angloga Station. That is my hometown. Now,
there's another exhibit.
Exhibit 2 is Dettol soup. Exhibit 2 is Dettol soup. As of 2024, this used to be between 8 cedis and 10 cedis. Today, it is 12 to 15 Ghana cedis. That is Exhibit 2.
There's another exhibit?
Yes. Exhibit 3 is Kenke Economics. This is Kenke. And this Kenke, I bought it right at your backyard here. When you get to the traffic light, you take your extreme right turn. Then after taking the right turn, your immediate left turn, there's a Kenke house there.
This morning?
I bought this yesterday. This Kenke, as of 2024, used to be 5 Ghana cedis. Today, look at the size, as my brother said. It is now 7 Ghana cedis. Me, when you give me this ball of Kenke, I will not be satisfied. I need to eat like 4 of this to be okay. The last one, oh, Senyo, the last one I want to do is onion. It's onion. The blue bucket of onion as of 2024, it used to be 80 Ghana cedis. Today, it is more than 100 cedis. This is BF soap that I've been using to wash my things. As of 2024, it was less than 15 cedis. Today, it is between 14 cedis and above. This is Gary, Almighty Ajenkwan. Those of us who don't have money, Almighty Ajenkwan. As of 2024, Oloka of Gary, it used to be less than 20 cedis. Today, your camera people can attest to it. Now,
so, Senyo,
yes,
I'll let you continue, but between 2020 and 2024, how much were these selling?
Between
2020 and 2024.
Oh, the prices were a bit moderate. And again, they have been surged.
Do you have specifics?
No, there was surge from 2020 to 2024. There was surge. There was a minimal surge.
Were the people of Ghana complaining that they have been increased of
course,
prices?
They were complaining. They were complaining.
So what is happening with what
is happening now is that what is happening now is that we are not being told the reality. We are being told.
But I'm asking being told otherwise. So under your government, people still complain that they've been increasing prices.
You see,
right?
as human as we are, we will never be comfortable. In economics, there is something called human wants are insatiable. We will never be satisfied with whatever you give to us, whether it is even 1%. 2%. We will never be.
Is that not the same case we're saying
and
with
I
this?
am
Because
saying that government should be real with us and tell us the truth. They cannot continue to be riding on pseudologia fantastica with governance. Governance is not cha-cha. Governance is not fantasies. Governance must not be riding on perfidious, cars. We need to be very honest with the people of Ghana.
They haven't been honest enough.
Let me even come back to another issue. Are you aware our tariff has increased? The electricity tariff has increased by 28%. As at last 2 years, if you were paying, or even last year, if you were paying 1,000 Ghana cedis, today, you are going to pay an increment of 1,003 Ghana cedis. And just to even bust your bubbles, in my hometown, in Angloga, over the weekend, the meter that has been fixed over there, I got a message. As of 2024 and even last year, I was paying between 250 Ghana cedis for monthly ECG payment. As at the one that came now, it is 540 Ghana cedis. That is more than 100%. And you want us to believe that, 3.8% is good. Merci beaucoup. Continue to be deceiving Ghanaians. When the reality is dawning on you, you will always jump to social media and be throwing jabs. You see, gone were the days when you feel that Ghanaians were so gullible. Not anymore. We will never be gullible to this economic hardship. Go to the market and see what is happening there. These are exhibits. I have Adakwa here, I have Gary here. These are things we eat on daily basis. The minister should come and tell me. Fuel prices. The annoying one is that government keep telling us that fuel prices are down. I love that. It's fantastic. Government keeps telling us that the dollar is good. It's down. It's fantastic. Today, when I take 1 cedis, I know how much it is equated to in dollar. Government keep telling us that inflation rate is down. But you know, there's something I want to inform you of. Last year, December 21st, the president orders that, or instructed that our contractors should be paid 1 billion Ghana cedis. Are you aware of that? Out of over 6 billion Ghana cedis that they were supposed to be paid. As of today, the finance minister has not paid those money. Yet you keep telling us that everything is down. If everything is down, why are you failing to pay the people? Our teachers and nurses, people have worked for 12 months. You pay them just 1 month. And that reminds us that John Mahama in his first term, people worked for over a year and he paid them 3 months. This time around, he's back again. People have worked for 1 year and you are paying them. So Senyo,
you admit that inflation is doing well.
Right. Inflation is doing well on paper.
Okay.
But reality,
it is not. So the question I want to ask you is, if your government was in power today, and we all know what it comes with, inflation, and how it represents the market, because the government is not able to directly influence how people sell things in the market. If your government was in power today, what would we have done to ensure that whatever inflation is doing is reflective of what is happening?
So one of the things I think that both governments or both parties need to be very careful about going forward is that we need to be very, very mindful of how we put out argument when it comes to the issue of inflation. Over the years, inflation issue has been between prices and the figures. It has been about the cost of living of the ordinary Ghanaians and the figures that are being turned out. Going forward, what we need to be mindful of is we must be real to the people. We must make sure that we tell them what they ought to do, not what Felix Ofosu-Kwakye was trying to do yesterday in the evening on his Facebook wall. When you are putting out information, bring out the fact. He failed
and the fact should include that it's not reflective of what is on the market.
The fact should include that the NDC government in 1995 is known. It is something that is on record that in the history of Ghana, the NDC is the worst government that brought out 70.82% in terms of inflation rate. So the fact must be sacrosanct. The fact must reflect the cost of living of the people.
Okay.
But when it is opposite, you would be exposed.
Very well. All right, let me move on and listen to Bashiru as well.
Once again, good morning to my CPP. Did you say what's the portfolio?
Chairman of the reorganization.
Chairman of the reorganization team.
Yeah.
I'm happy you're a young man, and
sure.
This puts us at a level of which Ghanaians will now begin to believe that the young people can also strive and do well for the people of Ghana. I think this morning I have seen some Gary and some items on our table.
The exhibit.
Yeah, should I call it? Well, that's the exhibit. MPP has decided to establish their own market and have decided to be trading their own market. Maybe I may choose to call it a Kimpiskin market, where they go to trade and buy their own things. A Dr. Baumia market, where they go to buy their own things. Other than that, but I'm not surprised, because they have voted in a liar, a person who has lied in between the teeth, telling Ghanaians what he couldn't do. And so when I see these things, I'm not surprised, because today, in spite of all the deceptions by Dr. Baumia, but they have still decided to vote him in as their flag bearer. And this is what he's known for, lies. Come to sit on a public TV station like Joy Prime and spew out lies. When even Joy Prime has the facts to what you are saying. Joy News, your own company, your own media outfit, has all this information we are talking about. And so when you come and sit here and talk about inflation, of course, inflation is 3.8 now. Your time was 54%. 54, right? We're all in this country. We experienced the harsh economic conditions we have ever experienced in our lives. The youth were crying. The nurses that you complained about 2016, they went and voted for you. They were also crying under your regime. The doctors were crying. How much was fertilizer under your regime? How much was spray? Those things they used to, those chemicals they used to spray. How much was it? Overhyped price. The Abosokai man was crying. Today, Abosokai people have they can easily reduce the price of their spare parts. Look, there's a living condition, or there's a situation, or there's a vacuum for people to reduce the price of their items. The conversation should be that, how are we going to help to make sure that they reduce the price of these items? That should be the conversation. That's why I like the direction at which my brother has gone.
But your government is in power.
Yes, I'm coming there. That is where,
that conversation.
Excuse me, that is where the conversation should be. You understand? But when you come and sit down here and you try to spew out lies, you go to get your things from a certain market, or you sat in even your room and kept them in concourse, and you are coming to tell us that this is how much you bought them. You can have it yourself. But the Ghanaian man, even including Joy Prime, Joy News, your outfit.
What are the real figures?
I'm coming. Joy Prime says that the top 20 items that were recorded falls in prices as of December 2025 as compared to December 2024. 1. Garden eggs fell by 56.7%. They are with you. Contombre fell by 51.9%. Fried fish, 44 by 0.5%. Pawpaw, 43.6%. Tomatoes, 39.8%. Okra, 39.0%. Look, I can mention entity here. I haven't concocted. If I have concocted, then Joy News, you have concocted your figures. This is on your website.
Exactly.
These figures.
And I know these figures. In fact, the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so, we had these figures.
Absolutely.
Even before the elections.
Thank you.
The primaries. But what I'm saying is...
No, let me just land my point.
Okay, finish and then let me...
So, even you have even given us an evidence of the reduction of price of items in this country. You, as a media outfit. So when somebody comes to sit with BF and tells us he bought... How much did he say he bought it? He bought it at a certain price. Look, we're in this country when living conditions were so terrible, you were increasing electricity prices. When there was scarcity of money, you were increasing electricity prices. That was what sent you into opposition. I thought you people will learn sense from that and be diligent to the people of Ghana. Let us understand that you have failed this government, the Ghanaians. For good 8 years, we've stayed in pure hardship and suffering under the stewardship of Dr. Bawumia as the economic management team leader. That the economy was given to him to steer the affairs of this economy. Yes, you have it on your streams.
These are figures that have been put together by the team based on what the markets should be.
Thank you.
Right?
Not based on what the market should be. Where did you get them? You need to go to the market to verify.
So let me finish. I'm trying to let you understand something. These are figures of how the market representation in terms of goods should be. So that figures that have been put together by the team by asking people how much this is supposed to be selling and all that. The question I want to ask you, and where my problem is the fact that these figures are not representation of where everybody goes and have them bought the way they are seen here. So how do we make sure, as much as we have these figures, which represent what or how people are supposed to be buying things on the market, we're able to ensure that nationally we are all buying at the same prices that we're supposed to be buying? That is where the conversation is supposed to be going, Bashiru. That's what I'm asking. What is the government doing about it so that we all sit down and say, okay, if I go to Northern Region and I go to the biggest market in Northern Region and I buy things at these prices, if I go to Kumasi, the biggest market in Kumasi, I'm supposed to be buying the same things at the same prices over there. But the situation is always different. How do we solve that?
You have maize on your picture.
Yes.
You have it.
But, so are you telling me that maize is selling the same way it's selling in different places?
Of course, when you go to a place like Upper West, it will be sold like 400 Ghana cedis or 500 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
But when it's being transported to Accra, you don't expect it to remain at the same price.
Yes, so what's the margin?
Maybe at a reduced price.
Yes, but what is the margin on
That's even in Accra here. A maize that used to be sold at 1,800 Ghana cedis. Now it's sold about 900 Ghana cedis also.
Yes,
right?
but it's always the margin, because if somebody is being transported from where you say you are transporting it from to Accra, and the person is selling it way higher than what the person.
But there is a reduction, two of us.
Yes, no doubt. I mean, that's the representation of things, but I'm saying.
So we will always, just be diligent enough. I mean, the NPP should be diligent enough to spew out the fact that there is a reduction in the price of food items, as you have projected. That is where Ghanaians will begin to understand that, look, you are being nationalistic, not propagandist attitudes.
Yeah.
But when you come and sit down here and you paint a picture as if there is nothing that is happening in this country, as if the food vendor is heartless, the food vendor is reckless, the Abosokai man is heartless, he's reckless, the taxi driver is heartless, is reckless. That's an insult to the people of Ghana.
So if you buy a bag of maize for 900 cedis or 800 cedis, and it's been reduced from 1,000 to that amount, and somebody goes and makes kenke and sells the kenke at the same price that it was being sold previously when things were not reduced, is that person not a wicked person?
You see, let me tell you,
is that person not a
that is even not true. That a ball of kenke that he has gone to buy at Kimpiski. This one he bought at Kimpiski.
Look at he showed us where he bought it. And from where he showed, I know that place very well.
There's nothing being printed on this to indicate that he bought it at.
That is why I bought it.
That's what I'm saying. There's no indication. You see, so look, this.
Yeah, do you like kenke? Yeah.
Oh, I like kenke.
I'll get you.
I'm a Ghanaian.
I'll get you.
So look, where we are now.
Yeah.
The price of items and the reduction is real. Whichever way it is, the ball of kenke, it is not true that nothing has been done about the ball of kenke. And if you want, you can open the phone lines and you will hear what people will say. Let's be objective. Let's listen to what the people will say in these studios. And you will realize that the ball of kenke has either been increased in size or the price has been reduced. Look, where I buy my kenke, Spinters. A ball of kenke that used to be. Yeah, I'm telling you. Even that is even a Sikafokromo. A ball of kenke that used to be sold at 7 Ghana cedis under your time. It's now 5 Ghana cedis.
Which place of Spinters? I know the kenke joint on the Spinters stretch. Which place is Spinters? No, just show me. I know.
I'll show you.
And I'll go there, make a recording and bring it
our viewers. If you limit Spinters and you bought
which of the kenke joints?
Send me a message right now.
No, he cannot just say, I was specific to which of the kenke joints.
Why?
I love kenke a lot. So there is no kenke joint that I don't know. They cannot ascertain your prices.
No.
Which of the kenke joints?
So that is why I am backing my evidence with what you have brought out as a media station.
That's what. Yes, and I've explained that.
Yes.
And I've explained that to you.
And he has going to bring Kimpiski market items.
So the BFT is from Kimpiski.
But you buy items from that place. You have established your own market. You have established your own market and you are buying items from that market. And that's your own issue. If you decide that you have stolen Ghanaians' money, you have stolen our money, you have squandered our money, stabilization fund, you have squandered everything, how do you call it? Heritage fund, excellent, everything, you have squandered everything, you have packed everything in your rooms, putting some of the dollars in under your beds, and you decide to go and be buying your BF at a higher rate. That's your own issue. After all, I can go to the kenke vendor and say that I want kenke. The person will say it's 5 cedis, and I'll say I'll buy 10 cedis because I have my money. So if you decide to go and buy yours at 10 Ghana cedis, that's your own cup of tea. Me seated here, I don't have 10 Ghana cedis to go and buy kenke, so I'll go to buy 5 Ghana cedis kenke. Okay. So you go and buy items.
Do you know have you been the Adenta Street before? Have you been the Adenta Street? Do you know there is a kenke house opposite?
Where? Adenta, yes.
You know there's a kenke house?
Yes.
Go there.
We cannot ascertain that.
Ascertain for yourself.
We cannot ascertain that.
Okay.
That is.
So let's try and wrap up on this conversation and move on to the issue.
But you see,
but should we wrap it up?
I'm just wrapping up on that.
Yeah.
There was I think this bill, price control, something that we used to have in this country.
Sure, right?
He even mentioned.
I don't know how functionary it is now.
No.
It still exists, but we don't.
No, we have left it to the forces of demand and supply.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is the situation, and you know what? It is because of the abnormal politicization of everything that we do in this country. No, that is it. That is what is causing it. Because today,
it is individual.
Wait. No. Listen. Today, up to date, His Excellency former President Jerry John Rawlings is still being criticized because there was a point in time when maybe I wasn't born, that he sent soldiers to the market to ascertain the price of items and force people to reduce the price of items. He was able to do that because he was leading a certain regime. You understand?
But you know, there are times we are having the same. They are beating drivers to reduce the fares.
Please.
You know, they are beating drivers to reduce fares.
So Senyo, that one.
This is one of
they are beating drivers.
This is you. You see, you.
No.
This is one of the politicization I'm talking about. You see, price of drivers not adhering to the price.
But you don't mind him. Let's
thank you. Okay.
So as for that one, I totally
excellent. You disagree with me. Fine. So today, as we speak, things being reduced. And we know that items are being reduced in our regime. You understand? As compared to your own, items are being reduced.
Okay.
So now, I understand why His Excellency former
Bashir is the only one that should.
You're the one interjecting him. If you let him finish, you will finish. You are the one interjecting him.
You see, today we are still being criticized because of that singular act of former President Jerry John Rawlings. And who wants to fall in that trap again? Who wants to be seen as a person who has violated certain rights of people? Who wants to be seen as such? Nobody. And so the politicization of everything that we do in this country, if this thing had been sent to Parliament again or had been enforced again properly, and NPP comes on board to support, CPP comes on board to support, we all have a single direction, we all have a single conversation, we all talk straightforward. It will be working in this country as we speak well and perfectly.
Okay.
But still, we are politicizing everything.
Okay. Let's move on to the next conversation. And I'm saying you have your time on that.
To the inflation issue again. A brief one. No, easy. My brother, nobody is saying that things have not reduced. But the problem is that the rate of the inflation going downwards. Sharp is going very downwards.
It's questionable.
It doesn't match
the reality on the ground.
That is what we are saying. But things have reduced. Nobody can argue on that.
You mean goods and services have reduced?
Of course. For example, bag of rice, bag of oil, it has reduced. But the rate, now we are 3 point something, right?
Yes, 3.8.
I presume it should be further.
But do you agree with me that cost of living is high?
It's price of goods and services that makes cost of living high.
So do you agree with me that cost of living is high?
I agree with you on one factor.
Has rent reduced?
I agree with you on the utilities.
But has rent reduced?
Rent has not reduced.
So it's part of the cost of living.
But rent has also not gone.
Just yesterday, I can even show you the message.
My issue is with the
a cousin of mine just sent me a letter that his rent has increased and he's asking me for support.
But the landlord, that one you don't control.
So I'm telling you that cost of living is so high.
Even when it comes to our renting system, government has no control.
The same moment it comes to goods and services, government has no control.
That's what we're trying to find solution to.
Yes, this government.
And that's in the Fourth Republic. The two of you have failed this country.
Point 14. You see the point 14 Gobe? The Gobe that they put over there.
Sure.
I'm giving you a place.
Yes.
Go to Accra Girls. Just on adjacent of Accra Girls. There's a Gobe joint over there, a popular Gobe joint over there. As at 2014.
What do you say, Roman Radio?
No. You enter into Mambo.
I told you.
Into Mambo.
I told you that.
You mean Mambo?
Let's go.
At the back there, the Gobeda used to be 15 cedis. It is now 20 cedis.
But that joint
Roman Radio.
That is Mambo. That is Mambo. That is Mambo.
You know the kind of people that go there.
The truth is that prices of goods are still high. So the prices of goods are still high. You cannot run away. Before you move, you cannot run away. You cannot run away.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You cannot run.
It's okay.
You see, he's struggling to explain himself. When you are in government and the things are
Senyo. It's okay. You brought exhibits. But you just move on. No.
Before you
just left my so long ago.
I'm telling you, before you move on. Look,
this is very important. No. I have the moral. I'm a citizen. I'm not.
Your microphones are off. Your microphones are off. We'll move on to the next conversation, and we're talking about the renaming of Kotoka International Airport. Yesterday, I saw another story about the Gamanche and the office of the Gamanche, the protocol chief actually also stating that the renaming of Kotoka International Airport should be a conversation that should have the Gamanche in it. It says that the chief protocol and communication to the Gamanche, Ambassador Sylvester Parker Alote, has proposed that Ghana's main international airport should be named after the late paramount ruler King Takitewia in recognition of his immense contribution to Accra and the Gas State. And he spoke about this on Joy FM's Top Story yesterday. This was all started by Stephen Inshira Odatifio, who is the advocate for this. And yesterday, I saw an interview with him also speaking about the fact that he's happy that we've made some progress in terms of this. But on the other side, the NDPC has actually said the voter region representation has actually kicked against this whole renaming of the Kotoka International Airport. And Dr. Amekplenu is the one. He's the voter regional commissioner to the National Development Planning Commission, NDPC, and he has actually called on the chiefs of the voter region and in a caucus meeting of the members of parliament and citizens of the voter region to reject the proposed renaming of the Kotoka International Airport. So for the past 3 weeks or so, a lot of things have really happened with this. I saw a post by my uncle Francis Toku also stating what he would have done if you were supposed to be a president today, and some of the names that he would have changed in terms of CPP. Should be in the center of this conversation because I mean, if you want to go deeper into it, it's all about the Nkrumah, no doubt about it. But how does the party feels about this whole thing?
For us, this news came as a very, very good news because for 60 years, a serious injustice was done to Osajifo. He was overthrown by these traitors in Afifa, traitors in Kotoka, traitors in Hali. And all these people, they cannot be seen as heroes. They are traitors, they are cowards. These were the same people when Nkrumah was traveling to Hanoi. They paraded themselves and said bye-bye. They couldn't do it to the man's face. He left and you say you want to show your boss? These are cowards and traitors. And I don't think as a nation we want to celebrate traitors or cowards. No, we name people after state monuments because they are patriots and they have done things that are very beneficial to the nation. So a coup maker, are we celebrating coup makers? So for us, 60 years of injustice. Kwame Nkrumah, that airport you see there, it was an Air Force base when the British, or during the Blue Coast era. Kwame Nkrumah built that airport and didn't even name it after himself, said it was Accra International Airport. Just to show some kind of nationalism. Because as at then, the Grand Chiefs also would have wished it was named after a town person.
Just like they're proposing right now.
And Kwame Nkrumah said, no, we want something national. Accra is your capital city. Let's project the name Accra. And that was accepted. Now, the issue is that when you go outside Ghana to the diaspora, the history of Ghana, the foremost Ghanaian person you hear outside Ghana is Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah. After him, you might hear Kofi Annan, you might hear Yasantua too. Surprisingly, yes, that is what it is. So people come from the diaspora, come to the entry port, the major entry port, and they are met with the name Kotoka. They'll ask you, who is Kotoka? You will struggle to answer. Because when you answer, they ask you, he made a coup against Osajifo? He said, yes. So how come his name is on your airport? You find it difficult to answer. And mind you, Kwame Nkrumah in 1999-2000 was voted the African of the Millennium, meaning that in a period of 1,000 years, he was the greatest African. This is no mean achievement. Voted by listeners of BBC. As at then, Nelson Mandela was alive. But he lost hopefully to Kwame Nkrumah. So this is the figure of person we are talking about. And people come from the diaspora to come and learn that there was a military person that overthrown the African of the Millennium, and that same person has been rewarded with a name on our international airport. It doesn't speak well of us at all as a nation.
So the CPP would have taken this off long time ago.
You know, after the CCCs were prescribed, we were not allowed to operate. We came back. Look, the name CPP was just won back in court in 1997 because it was illegal to belong to the name CPP. So that has affected our fortunes till today. You understand? Tied to that, there was so much injustice. There was bloodshed on that day. A lot of people that opposed the coup were arrested. Some of them went to Ezra. They are selling Ezra. Our properties, CPP, regional and party offices were confiscated and still confiscated to the state. We suffered. We suffered so much from this injustice down to the CPP and to the Osajifo. So for us, this is the call in the right direction. Our brothers in the water region, there are so many illustrious Rotarians in Ghana. So many of them who came and have seen and performed critically well in this country. So if we even want a name in water region and we even have the post in the water region, they will not give it to Kotoka. Kotoka will be the last on the pecking order. I'm telling you, there are so many illustrious Rotarians that we can decide to name state monuments after them.
So you disagree with Dr. Amekplenu?
I disagree totally, even within the water region. If this discussion should be held in the water region, Kotoka will not get that prime or will not get that kind of honor. He will not, because there are other Rotarians who perform creditably well in this country. Kotoka, what did he do for Ghana? Are we celebrating a coup maker? We are saying that all coup d'etats are wrong. The coup d'etat of 1966 is wrong. That of 1971, that overthrow Bouzia was wrong. That overthrow Liman in 1982 is also wrong. So all coup d'etats are wrong. And it shouldn't be seen that we as a nation are celebrating people who are coup makers. It cannot be said. So moving forward, we are happy with this decision.
Okay.
We are going to support the majority caucus on this. We will make sure we'll be at the lobby when this bill is being laid, or in Parliament. We'll be there to show our moral support. And moving forward, let's all understand. Let us not give people the taste. Somebody sitting in a barrack somewhere that, if coup makers can be rewarded, then I can also do something and I'll come to power. Let us not do that. We are even proposing that if it is possible, all those who partook in the coups and overthrow legitimate government, they should be derived from maybe general to corporals or sergeants to send a strong signal to deter others who might dream of doing same in this Fourth Republic. So for the CPP, wholeheartedly, we support the idea of changing the name. But you see, this issue about the Ghana chiefs, I understand where they are coming from. If you could remember, the NPP changed the name of the Tamale Airport to Yakubu Tali International Airport. The Yana opposed it and wrote, even this administration, I heard the Yana has written to President Mahama to change the name to Bewa Airport. Because Bewa is the ancestry. So it is widely accepted in the Dagomba land. But still, they prefer the Tamale Airport. Though the Yana, wrote a letter proposing Bewa, they still kept the Tamale Airport. So what our chiefs are asking for, it is legitimate. It's in the land. Agriculture is yes. So what we are saying is that, look, we want to portray and also sell our cities. Accra, Tamale, Kofodia. Let's sell our cities to the world. So what we are saying that for national interest sake, let's look at it again. The original name of the airport prior to the coup was Accra.
So the CP will be okay.
So it's just a restoration back to the original name. Just a restoration.
Okay. Very well. Thank you very much, Moses. Let me go to you, Bashir.
First of all, I want to say that the renaming is one of the important things that we need to be doing in this country. And I say that because I have my younger brothers, my sisters, who ought to know the reason for which somebody must be rewarded. Their names can be in the books. We can teach the children the history of some people. But not all manner of people deserve to be seen as national heroes.
Not at all.
Or not having their names on national assets of this kinds called, this airport we call Kotoka International Airport now. Now, you ask yourself, do we have to be rewarding people that have supported this country, maybe infrastructure-wise or some other development-wise, or we have to be rewarding people that have betrayed the country? These are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. And I believe that the rightful-minded Ghanaians would say, let's reward people who have brought something that is of benefit to this country. Today, nobody dared to oppose Tete Kwashi, naming something by Tete Kwashi. Because he's brought cocoa to this country, and myself and you are benefiting from the proceeds of cocoa as we speak, contributing to the strengthening of our city in this country. That is a great achievement. So if you name an asset by Tete Kwashi, we also to agree that the man has done something that is so beneficial to this our country. Now, go on Google and type Kotoka's contribution to the development of this country. Just go on Google and type it. Listeners can do it. And they will tell you that he has no specific contribution, developmental contribution to this country. What it talks about is the coup attempts and then the coup execution that he has done. Look, let me take away the fact that he did a coup against our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Let me take away that fact. But the fact that a certain name tag of being a coup d'etat, being a coup leader, an architect of several coups, that alone, we should not be naming such a person, our asset by such a person. Look, somewhere last year, I was in Dubai. And once one of the whites saw me and he said, I said, where from you? I said, I'm from Ghana. Kotoka. He said, Kotoka? Yeah, I said, yes. What's the meaning of Kotoka? Then I said, you see,
You will struggle to
I just told him that. Yes, I just told him that, look, my brother, let's have this discussion some other time, okay? So well, you can say it's not true, but that's what I'm telling you what I have experienced. You understand? So they will ask you this question.
You can answer. I hope you can answer.
You cannot even answer. Look,
I won't struggle.
like I was saying, I would have been very happy if you could go to Google and then just type the contributions of Kotoka and see what they will tell you. They will tell you that,
Well, nothing significant comes.
nothing significant. It's a coup.
Only the coup.
Yeah.
So for which reason must we tell our students that a coup d'etat, a coup d'etat is the best for this country? Because, like my brother said, we don't have to give a leverage to any military officer or any person to have the sense of, to have any sense that tomorrow if I also do a coup d'etat, I can be a hero, and so I will be named on a certain asset. Look, even President John Rawlings, if for nothing at all, and I know he will mention it, if for nothing at all,
Of course, you.
if for nothing at all, the admission of the 19th Constitution, bringing Ghana from that regime of a military regime and bringing it to become a democratic state, that alone is an achievement for myself and you seated here. And you know why? That is what is giving myself and you the freedom to speech, the freedom to movement.
He could even make the situation worse at the time.
Of course, you understand. You see? So, but now we have an opportunity to make sure we speak anyhow. And we are free at the back of what His Excellency President John Rawlings brought. Now, we continue to ask you, for what reason? For what reason? And I challenge him to mention one reason. One reason for which Mr. Kotoka should be given that kind of vision. Why should he be given that kind of vision? Look, our reasons are very clear. That's when you go to Tamale, it's Tamale International Airport. Kumasi is Kumasi International Airport. So what has Accra wronged us? I mean, Kumasi is a Kumasi International Airport,
right? The also suggested we name Nana Prempeh the first.
Yeah.
I don't know whether
it's not Nana Prempeh. It's not Nana Prempeh.
Oh, okay. Very well. It is that, but that is a name tag that is widely accepted by all the Ashanti Kingdom, right? Good. So, what has Accra done wrong? That naming the Kotoka Airport, naming it to Accra Airport. Look,
so it would make sense that if the GAP people also receive this honor.
That is a matter of discussion that we have. That's a matter that we can discuss.
Yeah, but I'm saying that it will make sense if they also receive that honor.
When it comes up, we will delve into it.
No, but I'm looking for your own opinion.
No, that's what I'm saying. When it comes up, for now, the matter for discussion is changing Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport. When the matter of changing the name to, what did he say? The Gamma, if it comes up, then we'll also find some discussion to discuss whether it is good or not. We'll go with it. But for now, as we speak, from where I sit, the name Kotoka International Airport must be limited to only our books. We didn't say he did not do anything. Of course, he did coup d'etat against people. So it should be limited. Yes. So it should be limited to our books for our students to read and know the history of this country. Simple and short.
Okay.
So treat that.
Very well. Thank you very much, Bashiru. And you can also join us and send your messages to us here on the show. Our WhatsApp line is active. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. You can also send your thought. I'll be reading some of your messages very soon. But let me go to Senyo and have his take on that as well. Senyo.
Well, let me first of all say that I need to clarify something that he said. That has to do with Baumia being a liar that he said on his platform. Baumia is not a liar. If in Ghana there is anybody who is a liar that will be recognized, it's then John Dramani Mahama and Ato Fosse. If there's anybody who is a liar in this country, it's John Dramani Mahama.
Why are we going back?
I need to correct that erroneous impression that he tries to pontificate out here.
Okay, so
that is the point.
Clear.
Yes.
You
he's a liar because he promised the good people of Ghana that he will bring 133 jobs. Where are the jobs? Ato Fosse sat in Parliament, told us that he knows the economy too much. There is no need of taxing us. Today, what are we seeing? Please, spare us.
Let's talk about the tax. Let's make progress.
Now, to make progress, let me say that I 100% support Dr. Amekplenu Afetobo. I 100% support him.
You see, we cannot remain hypocrites in this country. Let's be very factual. If it was in the regime of MPP that this is being perpetrated, heaven would have come down. Heaven would have come down in the sense that we would have had the likes of Okujeto Ablakwa, the likes of Sam George and the rest, who would have been very vociferous, pushing the agenda that the MPP, the Biayakase, I can form before them.
That's an assumption.
Oh, you see, I don't like this. Stop that. I kept quiet. No. They would have said that. They would have said all of these things. But today, they all sat by the same table in cabinet, cooked this agenda, and they are telling us what? That we should accept it. What is even the cost-benefit analysis when it comes to the changing of the name? Would that solve the numerous unemployment cases that we have? Are you aware that internationally the name Kotoka International Airport has been embedded into the aviation systems? Are you also aware the cost effect it will have on us as a country? Let us not, out of pleasing a particular group of people. See, this agenda, we know it's right.
This is more nationalistic.
See, hold on. You see, this government is fond of setting a PR agenda. It started from one man who all of a sudden went to do, how do you call it? A press conference.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, it tells you even that this government is not serious. They are incompetent. How would you pick an information online from somebody who just did a press conference? Then all of a sudden you take it to your cabinet and say that let's adhere to. It tells you that
wasn't born out of just the press conference. No. So
I think that there is more to this to be done. We need more important things that need to be done than renaming Kotoka International Airport. Now let me tell you, would the renaming of Kotoka Airport put money in your pockets? With renaming of Kotoka Airport, bring the 24-hour economy that is supposed to provide one
it's a national symbol that communicates a lot.
What is national symbol? The most sorry to use the word, the most nonsensical reasons that has been given by the NDC. The most nonsensical reason that has been given is that Kotoka was a coup leader. Have you forgotten that your JJ was a coup leader as well?
I told you mentioned it.
That is one. Another reason they gave. Another reason they. Please, I listen to all of you. I respected you guys enough. Another reason that is being given is that we are in Accra, so we ought to, see. Mahama Yariga, if for nothing at all, you schooled in Harvard. If for nothing at all, you should know better. What kind of hogwash reason is that? What kind of hogwash reason is that? That because it is in Accra, because it used to be formerly Accra, so we should, please, we have to rise beyond pleasing people, beyond the fantasies, beyond the deception and the lies, and stick to what ought to be done. What is the rush? What is the haste in changing the name from Kotoka to whatever you want to call it? And you see, if we are not careful, this is going to have a national effect on us, or a whole national debate. Have you seen that the Ghanaians have also roped in the Ghanaians have roped in a proposal? When it happens like that, there's going to be a clash.
No, there will be no clash.
Hold on. You see, I'm saying that because if the Ghanaians are also saying that it is in our region, we want it to be named in favor of Kentucky, what, as they call it. Sorry to say, I've forgotten the name. Sure. And then the others are also saying that, no, we should remain. Please, I want to, support or associate myself with Dr. Aleklim Afetogo to say that the chiefs of voter region, the voter caucus in parliament, this is the time for us to see your importance. You cannot only be singing praises when you are in opposition and be advocates. And voter region, for once, the chiefs and the people of the voter, we must be united and back our own. We cannot continue. And when you say, people say that, what kind of reason are you giving? What kind of reason is the government also giving to us? And I am considering, let me put on record. I am considering if government remain adamant, remain this ignorant about the fact that there is no need for change and want to continue, I'm considering going on demonstration for this. I will rally the youth of the voter region. And we will go for demonstration. Because the likes of Ablakwa today, he is quiet. Sam George is quiet. Gavin Agboja, you are quiet. Jifa Ablagomashi, you are quiet. These are people who have been very loud. Roxanne Dafamepo, he is quiet. If it was in the era of MPP, these people would have hit out on us.
Changed a few things.
We changed a few things.
Yeah, they were
and these were did they even consult the people of the voter region? They were not consulted. Let me tell you.
You did a consultation.
We did consultation. and
people agreed.
You saw, of course, and you saw how the NDC at the time backlashed us. That tells you how hypocrites they are. That tells you.
Are you not doing the same thing as what they did?
We are not doing the same thing. We are not doing this. Let me tell you. This is my individual position. This is not.
I'm happy you say your individual position.
This is not a position of the MPP.
Very okay.
This is my individual position.
Yes, I'm happy.
I am a votarian. I am 100% votarian.
The demonstration would be your demonstration.
The demonstration will be my demonstration. I will be leading a group of youth. I'll be considering that. So let it be noted that as an individual who hails from the voter region, we cannot continue to be, swindled by sweet talks. All in the name of it is NDC that is in power. The voter people have supported NDC for far too long. If for once, give us some credence, give us some respect. Give us some respect.
Okay.
What is all this?
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'll come back to you. Let me just do some messages from our viewers and then we'll come back and wrap it all up. Now, this one is from Samim Wache Asman Kase, and it says, it appears the NDC believes it can take Ghanaians for granted. Despite their claims of economic stability and reduced fuel prices, the situation on the ground tells a different story. Businesses are suffering from low patronage, and around 26,000 workers have yet to receive their January salaries. Furthermore, over 38,000 workers in critical sectors such as teaching, nursing, and judiciary are all still waiting payment of their salary arrears. The government's response to these concerns is that the decrease in dollar value and fuel prices negates the need for the financial worries. However, the reasoning falls flat when considering the struggles of cocoa farmers who are not being adequately compensated for their hard work while government continue to collect their pay. The MPP under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's leadership is confident of securing victory in 2028. Regards to Samuel Osei Sarkodie. Let me go to the other one. This one says, demonstrate over Kotoka. Who would follow you? Has the name given voter anything? Why didn't you demonstrate when your government neglected the whole voter on road budgets? Okay, he's asking a question over there. And Alasa Sese comes in here and it says that good morning to everyone. The inflation at 3.8 is reflecting in the pockets of the people in the sense that the people can plan their lives. The problem, however, is that those who buy direct from the suppliers are enjoying the inflation big time. Those who own cars are enjoying the reduction because they buy direct from the fueling station and the fueling station are enjoying it. No matter how the MPP communicators will shout to make it look like things are hard, will not give them the power. In their time, common 50 kg of rice was selling 1,000 Ghana cedis. Today, the same rice is 500 Ghana cedis or 600 Ghana cedis. How much was the dollar before they left office? When the MPP was renaming all our universities by their grandparents, when the MPP was, universities did I think it's repeated again. Those universities give us food, or it was the renaming that gives us the junk economy in the Nanado era. NPP should spare us the empty noise. All right, let me move on to the next person. And this one says that because of politics, you would prefer everything that didn't go well economically in the NPP administration to Dr. Bawumia. Why do you now refer your successors to Dr. Ato Forson, whilst your economic management team is chaired by your vice president? Was Dr. Bawumia president then? Wiseman in Mankasim sent in that one. All right, let me go to the next one, which is from Master Planner It says that changing the name from Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport doesn't concern the ordinary Ghanaian much. My question is, will the new name make the 24 hours economic start? Will it construct the Women's Development Bank? How about the unemployed nurses and teachers? Will it pay the arrears of the nurses who worked for 1 year and were paid only 1 month? People are facing major challenges in traveling to their destination with high traffic in Accra. The Minister of Transport is not concerned about that, but rather changing of names. Ghanaians are watching closely, and that's Master Planner sent in that. And let me go to Nana Kamwabuatin in Ablekuma Central says Dr. Baumia will be president in 2028. Good morning, KMJ. There is a growing disconnect between the inflation data published by the Ghana Statistical Service and the actual market prices. While official figures suggest easing inflation, prices of essential items like bread, coconut, and kenke remain unchanged, and beverages such as malt continue to rise. This gap undermines public confidence and suggests that the reported figures may not accurately capture consumer price movement. All right, let me go to the next person. It says, good morning, Kenya. Please, with the people like Senyo who have a lot of money to buy at any price, Ghanaians will never enjoy low inflationary rates. In economics, we are taught not to buy from one place. In 2024, you were buying things in a store. Now in 2025, everyone is saying the prices of goods are going down, but the store you were buying goods in 2024, things
see what the guy was.
Prices are going up in 2025, yet he kept buying from that same store. Why will the shop owner change his or her prices? And he says, Mr. Senyo, please leave that beautiful lady in her store and buy where you would enjoy a reduction in prices. Mr. Rahman sent him the NDC. Why is the NDC behaving like ducklings? All of them marching forward in one logo line. What happened to LGBTQ instead of name changing, which doesn't put food on anyone dining table? Wise man in market. Okay, Wise man is sending us different messages with different numbers. Anyway, good morning, KJ and panelists. I'm 100% everywhere. Please tell Senyo that this has nothing to do with the tribe. Nobody would support his hogwash opinions. Senyo lacked the decorum in his nations. He lacked the tax of polish. David. All right. So that's David over there speaking on the issue. But I think that will probably even be the last message that I read. Okay, let me do this. I think he sent in very early, so let me just do that one for the last. Hello, KMJ. Let the Northern guy know that that's Bashir. He's not a Northern guy. His name is Bashir. Yeah, but putting Northern.
The guy thought
his name is Bashir, so address him as such. Okay, so let Bashir know that he needs to travel and tour other regions to understand the natural living of the ordinary Ghanaian. A ball of kenke is 5 Ghana cedis since 2023 till today. The size has even reduced since which I have to eat 5 balls at a go. Stop the lies, please. As young guys, don't see us as fool. Okay, I'm sure also coming from the northern region. Okay, Pando sent in that one. All right.
Yes, Pando. Pando. It means it was 3 CDs at a time and now 5 CDs.
No, you didn't say that.
Not a Pando. That's
anyway. Yes, we have to go. But let's have your last comment on the
demonstration and all this hand-on history is dead on arrival.
It's dead on arrival.
It's dead on arrival.
I'm not calling to join. He
himself, he knows Kotoka is not a hero. He himself. Ask him, is Kotoka your hero?
I won't respond to that.
Very well. And the good people of the Water region, they know it.
Yeah.
They are never proud of their son Kotoka. They are not. Why is Kotoka's name popping up? Is it for a good reason? No. The good people of the Water region, the chiefs of the Water region will never support Kotoka in any day. Mind you, in the 60s, the Water region was our hot man too. They were our people, they loved Nkrumah.
What has happened today?
Answer.
What has happened?
I'm going to answer. Well, surprisingly, as I told you, the CBB was proscribed for a very long time. We lost that space
to who?
To the NDC.
And have they developed their region?
I don't mind that, whether they've developed their region. But what I'm saying is that through our reorganization, we are coming for you.
Okay.
We are coming for you.
We are coming for them.
We are coming for them because we need.
So you take your team back.
We have to because it is ours.
Okay.
So now, the Votarians, as I said, they have so many illustrious sons that they can push an agenda that we can name national monument after, but not Kotoka. Okay. Kotoka's agenda is dead on arrival. Okay. And I'm surprised a Democrat like him
wants to demonstrate on this. I'm a conservative. You will not have your last take. Let me come.
No, you don't have your last take.
Keep quiet. I'll take your time. You are the only person I can do this to. He asked. Go ahead.
Yes, he asked why we are going to change the name and what impact will it bring to it.
Yeah.
You see, the name tag of Ghanaians celebrating a coup person, a person that has done so many coups and have leveraged in coups, all his achievements is coup. Look, then that name tag will be removed from this country called Ghana. The outside people will begin to know that we are serious people and we know have any way of celebrating people that have done coups. Sure. Even if you had done coup and maybe later on doing some proper achievemental problems for us, issues for us, then we would have said that, okay, considering the fact that he has done A, B, and C, so let's reward him by doing A, B, and C for him. But somebody that you cannot even mention one achievement, he sat here, ranted, but he couldn't mention one achievement. Meanwhile, that was the question I asked him earlier on. He couldn't mention even one achievement. He also said that Mr. Sam George, Honorable Blackwa, they are all quiet.
Fine, no.
Yeah, the Honorable Defenko, they are all quiet, they are not saying anything. They have an integrity to protect. You understand? So, do you think that a whole person like Honorable Blackwa will go and be protecting, going to be speaking for a person that have performed good all over?
No.
Nobody.
Even himself, he won't do it.
Even yourself seated here, you won't do it. So, they are quiet because they wouldn't celebrate any person that has done coup d'etats everywhere, left and right, that hasn't performed anything for this country. So look, the name, the boy from that propaganda and that organization of people to come and speak from that area to come and speak, look, with all due respect to them, look, they have more illustrious people that they can suggest that we name them by certain assets of Ghana, not Mr. Kotoka. Okay. That one, we should throw it aside, and they should be looking for somebody's name else to be named after something.
Okay.
So Kotoka is out of bounds.
Any post you organize about time, you will lose.
Let me go to Senyo. Senyo, what's your take on that, and then we'll wrap it up.
Thank you very much.
No, that's.
Thank you very much.
You already spoke.
Yeah, you spoke. You spoke.
No, No, I just spoke. Yes, that's the last remark.
Time.
My time is up. I'm just doing it.
But what you say,
I came back to all of comments.
We listen to responses from us.
You see, the truth is that, let's be very frank to ourselves. We have more serious issues to deal with in this country than to focus on Kotoka. What would that put on our table? Would that solve the numerous crises? Would that solve the numerous crises we are going through as a country? Would that change the tariff situation? Would that bring, solve the economic hardship of our young people? Would that again solve the unemployment issue? Let's be very factual with ourselves. This is dead on arrival. And I think that we need to drop that bill now. Hashtag drop that bill now. Hashtag drop that bill now. You see, it's very surprising that no other person fronting this whole, crusade than Mahama Yariga. A man believed to be, an astute, believed to have gone to Harvard. He has no reason to give to us than to tell us that it is because it is in Accra. The airport is in Accra.
And we are giving you reasons.
Please.
I
am saying that if you have to reconcile your reasons to the fact that it has to do with what you are mentioning, then what of your founder? Your founder was also found in the same boat. We are saying that the numerous challenges, nurses have not been paid. Out of 12-month teachers who are supposed to be paid have been paid 1 month. Would that solve the problem changing of the name? Would that solve it? The contractors who have not been paid their 1 billion Ghana cedis, would the changing of the name be paid? So you have money to go and rename the airport, but you don't have money to pay the contractors. You have money to rename the airport, but you don't have money to pay
your workers.
Very well.
Mr. President.
Changing
we are begging you. Mr. President, we are begging you. He's not CPPO. He is doing the bidding of NDC. See the way he's doing the bidding of NDC. The way he's doing the microphone. This agenda
don't celebrate any person that is engaged.
Let's worry you.
Okay. Doctor, I'm watching you and you're doing this. Government has reclaimed about 800 acres of land at the Yakuma in the Manso Dubia district of the Ashanti region. The Newmont Ghana Partnered Initiative is a step in government's commitment towards restoring lands degraded by illegal mining. As the fight towards illegal mining is ending, we're getting some gains and momentum. Nana Yaljima is our correspondent in the Ashanti region, and he joins me this morning on Zoom to share a few insights on what exactly this is all about. Nana, if you can hear me, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Great. I'm grateful for your time here on the show. What don't we know with the reclaim of the 800 acres of land?
So within the Manso Enclave, it's one of the areas within the Ashanti region with a lot of illegal mining activities in this area. Most of the lands within Manso has gold deposits in them. So it's expected that some of these miners, especially the illegal ones, will target these areas for their activities. And this has affected the area. A lot of the lands in the area, the Manso and its environs, have been degraded by illegal mining activities. So it's one of the agenda of the government to ensure that some of the land in this area is restored to its original nature. And that is the reason why, according to the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. Amakufibua, it was necessary for government to invest towards reclaiming some of these land concessions. Now, this place we are talking about is about 800 acres in size. A lot of land in that area had been destroyed by illegal mining activities. Now, what they had to do was that they had to engage NIMOS, go into this area and ensure that they seize the area from the illegal miners. So it means that these people, until last year, 2025, they were still mining actively in the enclave. So government had to ensure that they seize the area from the illegal mining activities before it was given to the contractor, which is Eco Restore, to ensure that this place is restored to its original nature. And this is what government has done so far through the partnership with Newmont Ghana Limited. They've ensured that this 800 acres of land, a part of the land in this area that has been degraded by this illegal mining activities, was restored to its original state. And also some trees have been planted. It includes cassia. So far, according to the mining, according to the minister, they are doing everything possible to get other partners to ensure that other areas within Manso and its environs are restored to its original point and trees are introduced to this area to ensure that a lot of the lands that have been degraded by illegal mining activity are restored.
So in terms of restoration, you based on what you've said and what you've seen, you think that we've made some progress in restoring the lands back into its original state?
From what I have seen as a journalist who was on this tour, on this visit to see this area, it looks like a lot of work has been done. I'm someone who have visited the Manso Enclave on a countless occasion. This is not limited to Manso Dubia, but other areas in Manso have lands degraded in the area. Now, going into Manso Dubia to see such work being done, I think that some efforts have been done or some results have been noticed on the ground. But there is still a lot of work to be done within the Manso Enclave, and this is reiterated by the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. His visit there showed that to him, he noticed that there's a lot of work to be done within Manso Enclave. So that is why he's continuing to call on the corporate Ghana to ensure that they partner government to reclaim some of these areas.
Okay. Now, just before you go, let me find out that one of the major issues that we've always encountered is reclaiming the lands and also losing the lands to these people again. In fact, until the government took over, some 9 of them were able to be reclaimed. Unfortunately, we lost one of them again, and we had to go back to, reassessing the situation and all that. What is the minister doing with regards to maintaining these lands and ensuring that they don't have any takeovers again? Hello, Nana, are you there?
Now, according to the minister, for instance, the area being security measures to prevent people or to prevent illegal miners from getting back into this area. Also, some of the forests that have been seized or that were seized by illegal miners, the 9 was, according to the minister, continue to patrol in these areas, pick information about the illegality being done in the forest, and they act on them. So according to government, they are doing all that it takes to ensure that these areas are protected, they are reclaimed from they are clawed back from the illegal mining activities in there.
Very well, and I thank you so much for joining us this morning here on the show. All right, that's our Ashanti Regional Correspondent, Nana Yaojima, joining us, sharing with us. He's a Joy News journalist, but works for the multimedia group, by the way. And he's joining us this morning and shared with us what the government is doing with some reclaims of lands in Manson Dubia in the Ashanti region. Now, back to the studio to say my goodbye to my honorable, distinguished men who joined me this morning here on the show. Senyo Amekplenu is communications team member for the NPP, Dr. Baumia, for 2028, and also Moses Moses Abe is the reorganization chairman for CPP, and I had also here with me Amantana Bashiru, also joining us. Amantana Bashiru is also the NDC communications team member.
Let me read. Dr. Bamia said that.
Let me see.
KMJ,
give it to me.
You are a good host. When you're on the show, try,
so?
Dr. Bamia.
Dr. Bamia.
He says that he's commending you for your program this morning. He's commending you. So Dr. Bamia said that you should consider the good one. Okay.
This morning. Just to use the outfit to which my chairman is very happy.
National chairman?
No, constituency chairman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I want to use this opportunity to wish my constituency chairman, Alhaji Alasan Kasim. He's my constituency chairman, Bole Bamboy constituency chairman.
Okay.
I want to wish him a very happy birthday.
Are you contesting? We'll come and support you.
No.
Oh, I don't have time. Let me do this.
He's my chairman. I wish him a very happy birthday.
Okay.
We pray that by next year, by this time, he would have good health, good energy, to be able to continue to mind any affairs that he's supposed to mind.
Okay, very well. Thank you so much, Bashiru. Thank you, Senyo. Thank you so much, Moses, for joining us here on the show. And thank you so much to you who also sent in your messages as well. We appreciate them, so always keep them coming. There's still more coming up here on the show. I see I've got a big conversation coming up with the Lands Ministry. You want to watch out for that. And also, we've got our Throwback Thursday also coming to you. And love. We'll be sharing a lot of love on the show today here on a Thursday morning. So do well and send us your messages. And don't forget that we also have the Valentine's Day comeback story also going on, the Joy comeback story. Love doesn't always follow a straight line, and some relationships actually break, crash, fall apart, and somehow still find their way back home. Is yours the same situation? This Valentine's Joy Prime is inviting you to share true stories of love that survived separation, breakups, divorce, long distance, and also betrayal, long silence, and simply life getting in the way, and how against all odds you found your way back to each other. No fairy tales, real love, real scars, real comebacks. Send your story to us via WhatsApp on 055-575757 with the hashtag Joy Comeback Story. And trust me, we've seen loads and loads of the stories that have come in already, and they're very interesting. We'll be reading some of them, we'll be sharing some of them with you. The most intriguing stories will be rewarded with amazing Valentine's gifts, including weekend stays, romantic dinners for two, hampers and home appliances, gift cards, spa dates, among many others that we're bringing you. The Joy Comeback Love Story promotion is brought to you by the kindest courtesy of Compu Ghana. Love-powered deals. A gift beyond Valentine.